speaker, I'll just share with you a few thoughts. We're going to talk about today low and no budget target, and you have Yonkers' very own Green Native on PR and marketing. And so I think it'll be a very interactive discussion while we're waiting for the computer issue to be addressed. By the way, the computer issue is that we have a document in PDF that is really a PPT, and computers don't do anything. I see it has nothing to understand that, but we'll use that to discuss one thought when it comes to marketing your green initiative. So this helps me all the time. From 1944 to 1964, the baby boomer generation was born. Persons born between 44 and 64 equals 78.5 million people. Whether you were Starbucks or the Beatles, nobody disagrees about this. Whether you were Starbucks or the Beatles, whether you were Kennedy or Reagan, you had to speak to the sense and sensibilities of baby boomers with your message for it to succeed because of their large size. So between 80 and they were followed by this quote-unquote lazy generation called the Generation X. They were just maybe not lazy, they're just much smaller. Persons born between 65 and 85, they were only about 50 million. So baby boomers are important because they're big as a consumer population and as full customers. Well, here's the punchline, folks. Persons born between 85 and 05, that's how big, 79 million size as the boomers. And in fact, most demographers think that those folks are really 25 generation. I'm telling you this because they're still being born for 2010. I'm not just saying it because I'm being only honest. I'm sharing that with you because that makes them Generation Y 100 million strong. And these baby boomers look small. So why is this relevant? If you look at national polls, among diverse socioeconomic backgrounds, these Generation Yers, if they're asked what are your top 3 priorities, guess what? It's not where we're at. It's not the economy. It's not even getting a job. Those typically fall under 30% among seniors in high school. Generation Y, or college age folks, or the young folks that put President Obama in office. What are their priorities? Across the board, Republican, Democrat, large socioeconomic diversity. Across the board, number 1 or number 2 on their list is going green, the environment, the air they breathe. That's what our customers are thinking about. President Obama ran for office. He spoke to them the way they speak. They speak on these things. He Twittered them, he gave them a message and spoke to their values. Because if you want to sell your product or service or your green initiative, you've got to match to the values of enormously giant, enormous population of Generation Yers who are already telling you, what are you doing for the environment? We want to be green. And so we're very lucky this morning to have a very cool PR person from Yonkers. I had the pleasure of spending some time with Nancy, and I tell you, she's engaged in what folks are thinking. She matches the values of Generation Y and going green to the value propositions of business. And I'm quite sure that she's going to be helpful. I mentioned from our very own from Yonkers, she's the CEO of the On Switch. With the new office, I'm in Yonkers' worker right here, is that correct? So let's give a big hand to Nancy because she's right here.